Early childhood. Among the various developmental stages of the human being, we have learned the prenatal stage, the infancy, and in this video we will be learning the early childhood. It refers to the period between the birth and 6 years. During this age, the child goes through a period of transition physically, socially, emotionally, and cognitively. This forms the most significant period of the child development. Before going to the details, please remember to subscribe the channel. Let's see what physical development happens in early childhood stage. During the age 1 to 2 years, the child can help in getting dressed. They begin to run, drinks well from a cup, eat with a spoon, can walk while pulling a toy, can dance, can get seated in a chair, can jump up and down, stand on the toes, can draw lines, throw balls, etc. Then by the age of 3, can walk up and down the steps with one foot on each stair, then run and jump with ease, catches a ball, can slide down a slide. Then by 4 years, they can hammer a peg into a hole, then can walk backwards, climb stairs confidently, can hop and pour liquid with some help. By the age of 5, they may be able to somersault, use scissors, hops or stand on one foot for about 10 seconds. Then can swing, then can go to bathroom, can use toilet by their own. By the age of 6, they can jump rope or ride a bicycle. They can draw or paint, can brush teeth, comb hair, and can do a basic grooming task. The cognitive development takes place during the early childhood, 1 to 2 years. They may identify familiar things like maybe a fruit or a cat or a dog in picture books. Then they know what common objects do. They scribbles. Then they follow the request. For example, please stand up. Then they will stand up. Then they will be able to build towers from blocks. Then they can group together different shapes and colors together. Then they play pretend games, like they pretend to be a tiger, they can pretend to be a monkey, that kind of thing they will play. They pretend that they are some other thing. Then by the age of 3, they can put together a 3 to 4 part puzzle. Then can use toys that have moving part like the buttons, the remote, levers, etc. They can turn doorknobs and can turn book pages. Then by the age of 4, they may be able to carve. They can draw stick figures, then may be able to predict what will happen in a story, then may play simple board games, then can name few colors, numbers and letters. Then by the age of 5, they draw more complex people. That means they do a detailed drawing. Earlier they may be, just scribbling things, just maybe a line and a circle shape. But now they will draw more complex shapes. Then counts up to 10 things. Then they can copy the letters, numbers and simple shapes. Then they understand the order of simple process. They can say the name, address, etc. And by the age of 5, they can name many different colors. By the age of 6, they can complete the instructions with 3 or more steps. Language development during the early childhood. 1 to 2 years, they know several words, follow simple directions. They like hearing short stories or songs. They may ask simple questions. Can name many things. Use simple two-worded phrase like more milk, etc. Then says the name of familiar people. Maybe the parents, the siblings, other relatives, or the people who are more close to them. Then by the age of 3, they talk using 2 or 3 sentences at a time. Then has the words to name many things used daily. Then can be understood by family. Then they understand the terms like in, on, under, etc. Then by the age of 4, they can talk about what happens in daycare or at school. After coming back, they will have a bunch of stories to say. Then they speaks in sentences. May recognize or say the rhymes that they learned in the daycare. Then can say first and last name. Then by the age of 5, they may tell stories that stay on track. They recite nursery rhymes or sing songs. Then may be able to name letters and numbers. Can answer simple questions about the stories. And by the age of 6, they can read books at grade level. All this development happens at these ages, and the time period may be different in each child. Sometimes the language development may be little bit earlier in some child. Sometimes it will be delayed in some child. So these are a common order that certain things can happen, but the time period will be different. Social and emotional development during early childhood. 1 to 2 years. They may help with tasks like putting away the toys, proud of what they have accomplished, then recognizes self in the mirror. They make faces. Even now we all do that, right? Then may explore surroundings if the parents stay close by. Then enjoys the play dates, play beside other children, and sometimes they may start playing with them. Sometimes may defy directions like sit down or come back here, etc. Then by the age of 3, they started showing empathy for hurt or the crying children. That they feel sad about when they see other people cry, other children cry. Then offers affection, understand the difference between the mine and yours. Then may get upset if the routines are changed. Then they can get dressed by their own. Then knows how to take turns, etc. will happen by the age of 3. Then by the age of 4, they may play games that have roles like the parent and baby. Then they start playing with other kids. Then talk about their likes and dislikes. Then they pretend, and sometimes they may have trouble knowing what is real and what is pretend. And then by the age of 5, they are aware of the gender. Then likes to play with friends, sing, dances, and may play acting games. And sometimes they switches between being compliant and being defiant. They can tell the difference between the made up and the real. Then by the age of 6, they cooperates and plays with others and play with the kids of different gender and mimic the adult behavior. So these are the social and emotional development. Now let's have a quick recap on what we have learned. The developmental stage during the early childhood, that is from the age of 1 to 6 years. The physical development includes the movement and all. Then the cognitive development includes learning, thinking, the problem solving, etc. Then language includes the communication, and the social and emotional development. How they mingle with others outside the family and how their emotional feeling get developed. So this is about the early childhood development stage. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe and share. Thank you and keep smiling.